Okay, we're back. Thank you so much for being here. If you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to another day of Road to TCG Worlds 2018. Today is the last day that we don't have Crimson Invasions deck lists, because today, as you are watching this on YouTube, or if you're watching this on Twitch, then tomorrow we get finally Crimson Invasions on PTGO, and we can finally test with the full cards moving into London and San Jose Regional. So pretty happy about that. So for the last deck, pre Crimson Invasions, we're gonna be using a Lapras-GX deck. 190 HP, collect, you get to draw 3 cards, Blizzard Burn 160 damage, and you cannot attack next turn. And then Ice Beam GX deals 100 damage, and you get to paralyze your opponent's active Pokemon. Then we have 2 Manaphy-EX in order to use Aqua Tube, which allows us to free retreat any Pokemon with a water energy attached. That way we can cycle through the Laprases. We're also using 2 Tapu Lele in order to set up, along with 1 Oranguru, and then finally 1 Espeon-EX in order to devolve and slow down decks like Metagross and Gardevoir. Then for supporter cards, we have 4 Sycamore, 4 N, 2 Lillie, and 3 Guzma, so no Bridget this time around. That is because Manaphy is pretty important to our strategy. And so we're running the extra Nest Ball and the Ultra Balls, and we're also running 4 Lapras to make sure that we start with it. Then we have 4 Po-Town to allow us to get that extra little chip damage in order to get some KOs a little bit more easier. We have 4 Elixir and 4 Aqua Patch as well. And then we have 3 Choice Band, 2 Enhanced Hammer to slow down our opponents, 1 Field Blower, 1 Rescue Stretcher, and the Nest Ball I mentioned, along with 13 basic water energy. So this list has been going around. I believe Austin Bags is the creator of the deck. So let's see if we can get something going in the ladder. Play a couple of games, and then we'll move on to pure battles if you guys are interested. Yeah. So Lapras probably not too viable, just because Golisopet is still a thing, the Decidueye is still a thing, and then it does everything Ninetales does, but just a little bit worse. A worse GX attack, kind of a better worse attack, depends on the situation. Less HP, and you can't use DCE, so you can't use Tapu Lele promo, so it's not the greatest. And Elotech, thank you so much for being here. And yeah, GD, Thor Ragnarok, I won't spoil anything, it wasn't my personal favorite movie, and that's all I'll say. No spoilers here. I was really excited to watch it too. I went to like the morning showing. Okay, so we have the turn 1 Lillie, and we're up against Ninetales. There's no way for us to 1-hit KO Ninetales. There's no way for us to deal 210 damage unless we find Po-Town. So that's our goal. So I'm gonna discard the Enhanced and 1 Lillie. I'm going to get Lapras. And what's my favorite movie? I think my favorite movie ever is probably The Butterfly Effect. I really like that movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. However, I recently saw Coco by Pixar, which is based on Mexican culture, and I really like that. It's probably one of my top movies as well, just because of how beautiful it is. Okay, so we have the Aqua Patch, we have the triple Sycamore. The triple Sycamore, which is not great, as we already discarded. Oh no, we didn't discard 1. So yeah, hopefully my opponent ends us. And I don't know why earlier streams seem to be more successful in terms of driving people to the stream. Now take a look at this. I was trying to use the normal alerts, but I get that, like the CAPTCHA thing. I don't know if this is some sort of malware that I have on my computer, because a lot of sites have been asking me to click the CAPTCHA thing. Feeman, you're going later to watch Thor. Well, I hope you enjoy it. I'm definitely a big fan of all those kind of movies. all the Marvel series and stuff like that. Just this one wasn't my favorite. I mean, the Avengers, Captain America, Civil War, all those were a lot better to me, but maybe you'll enjoy it more than I did. Today's a holiday in Mexico, so maybe I should have been streaming in Spanish instead. No, it's fine. Okay, so Vulpix decides to beacon for Zoroark and for the Luminous Barrier Alola Ninetales. So that's another issue for this deck, because we have no way, we actually have absolutely no way to knock that Alola Ninetales out, which is obviously a big problem for us. And by big problem I mean pretty much unsolvable. Perhaps Espeon. No, Espeon's not good. Like, we have a total of potential 5 prizes. We just need our opponent to bench two more. Unfortunately, I only stayed for one of the post-credit scenes. There's at least one. I don't know if there was a second one. I had to, well, I left because I was with my girlfriend and we left. I completely forgot about the second post-credit screen, but there's definitely at least one. And hello, Hiruma. Thank you so much for being here. And okay, so no Powtown. No Powtown for us, which sucks because we really need Powtown to get those damage counters on there. I guess we do have Oranguru as a way to threaten the Ninetales. So there's that. Apparently, okay, I'm gonna keep the Field Blower. Gonna grab another Lapras and bench it. So okay, so apparently I missed the second post-credit scene. I'll have to watch it later on. Instruct, we want a Powtown. There we go, there we go. Okay, so hopefully my opponent doesn't have a way to get rid of this Powtown. So we'll just Blizzard Burn here. We do have the other Lapras pretty much powered up. We get the energy of the prize card, so that's pretty good. Okay, so there's a 30 damage on the Ninetales, there's a 30 damage on the Zoroark, which is pretty good for us. We could even Ultra Ball for... We could Ultra Ball for a Lele to grab Guzma in order to get a knockout. Now my opponent's gonna play an Ultra Ball. We need him to bench something else. Yep, Lele works, because that way... But if he benches a Lele, which he is probably going to grab a Sycamore, that way there are enough prizes in my opponent's bench for us to win. We're just gonna have to make sure that every Guzma counts. Oh, and there's a Guzma by my opponent. On to Oranguru. He's missing one basic Pokemon though, so I think that's a mistake by my opponent. I genuinely think that was a mistake by my opponent. I have the knockout right here with another Blizzard Burn thanks to Powtown, and he has one card in hand and he's not gonna have well, we don't know what he has, honestly. So yeah, we have, yeah, this is actually a pretty good situation. So my opponent definitely misplayed that, because we might also eventually just find the water energy in order to power up Oranguru and threaten the Ninetales. So TV internet series, well, I'm currently watching Stranger Things with my girlfriend. We've only watched the first episode, but that's pretty good. Game of Thrones, we've been well, I'm up to date with that as well. That's obviously really, really good. I love Game of Thrones. Okay, so here we're gonna search for the Guzma. Yeah, we have 3 Guzma. We have 2 Guzma left and only 1 prize card, so we should be good here. What else am I watching right now? Nothing else actually. Well, I'm watching Dragon Ball Super, which has been fun as well. I guess I'll just discard the other Aqua Patch. Just trying to make my deck thinner. Just trying to make my deck thinner so that eventually I can find the Waters or the other Guzmas or Lele in order to win the match. And so we're gonna Blizzard Burn here. Zoroark Ninetales or Zoroark Lycanroc. So I think Zoroark Ninetales is a lot more established in Standard than Zoroark Lycanroc. I do feel Zoroark Lycanroc actually has some decent potential in Standard, more so than many people give it credit for. However, because we don't have any tournament results yet, we really don't know, right? So I'm gonna remove the Choice Band. My opponent has 0 cards in hand, so if he top decks Guzma, that's lucky for him. I'm just gonna Sycamore here and probably get closer to the Guzma we need to win the game. I actually find the Guzma and I find an Enhanced Hammer, so we really should be good here. We have energy, we have everything we need. I'm just gonna collect, and I mean, without energy we actually don't knock out the Ninetales. However, we have the Guzma, so there we go. There we go. Easy game, easy life. Okay, so let's find another match. I really thought the Ninetales was gonna be a big problem, but I guess it wasn't, because my opponent had to bench all those other cards. Okay, Zoroark Lycanroc is great and expanded. Yeah, apparently it's gonna be a really big thing. I actually just bought 4 extra Zoroarks because I think it's gonna be that good today. So, oof, this is, I want the elixirs on the Lapras, but I also need the Lele for a supporter card. So this is a weird hand, but I don't think I start anything but Lapras. And I'll probably have to N and then save the elixirs for a different situation. Do you think Primal Kyogre EX has any chance in expanded? No, not really. There's Golizabud, which just completely demolishes it. And then, yeah, I generally don't think so. Okay, so I'm gonna do my opponent a favor and play the Pokémon myself. I'm gonna attach energy to the Lapras, and my opponent didn't do anything though. Now this is where I wish I was playing anything other than Lillie, something like a Pokemon Fan Club or something. But I'll take the Lillie. It's better than the N to give my opponent an extra cards in hand, and it's also it was also an okay call. Do I discard the Guzma or the energy? I kind of want to discard the energy. I'll just grab another Lapras and then count on getting the energy off of the end next turn. I think Guzmas will probably be too important, and we're just gonna have 3 item cards in the discard pile, so that's also not a big deal. But yeah, Primal Kyogre EX, it's just too slow. It's too slow. It doesn't even deal 180 damage to knock out 180 HP GXs. You need the Spirit Link, so you can't have Choice Band, so there's a lot going against it. Would you definitely add Mime to your standard Gardevoir list now, and what would you take out? So from my Gardevoir list, I think I would take out well, my opponent top decked Lillie. I definitely would take out the Acerola for the Mr. Mime. That's actually the change I've done so far. I would take out the Acerola. Oof, I whiffed the elixir. No, that's really bad. Now I'm gonna lose the Guzma along with not having energy. Ugh. Okay, so I really need my Field Blower, though it's very unlikely that I find it. So yeah, I really shouldn't have discarded the water energy. But hey, what am I gonna do? So yeah, all I've done so far is take out Acerola for Mime. I'm not sure if that's a definitive change or not. Maybe I'll end up playing Max Potions instead. However, I do think we need some sort of bench damage protection because we have Buzzwole coming out, and then there's a lot of hype for like spreading decks in general. So now we have 6 item cards in the discard pile. However, no Trubbish just yet, which is pretty good. Choice Band literally doesn't matter. We get End, that's fine because we're looking for a Choice Band ourselves to get rid of that Drampa. Would it have been correct to Nest Ball before Elixir to Thin? Yes, it would have been. That was a mistake on my part. We see an energy on the AV, however, no energy evolution thanks to Garbo-Toxin Garb. So still looking for the Choice Band. That's not a Choice Band. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we find the Choice Band, that would be 9. That's still 180. However, with a Choice Band, he only needs 8 item cards, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna play the Ultra Ball. That will be my 7th item card. And it doesn't matter what I get. So off of this end, we really want an energy and a Choice Band. There's both. Awesome. That is actually awesome. Oh, apparently the energy was actually completely useless. I'll bench the Lapras as well in case we get End. And we're just gonna Blizzard Burn the Drampa. Okay, Doogie, hello, thank you for being here. Everything's going good, and you? Caller, huge hello to Spain. Thank you so much for joining in. I know it's quite late over there. And let me turn on the light real quickly. Oof, I actually need to go buy some water. I don't have any water with me today. Okay, so there's the Espeon. There's the 30 damage. My opponent will be able to confuse me here, most likely. He recovers the Drampa. Yeah, confusion is gonna be annoying to deal with for sure. Especially because we haven't found our fielder. Oh, but my opponent actually decides to go for a Big Wheel GX. That's actually an interesting move. That is actually a very interesting move. So I'm gonna take advantage of this. I'm gonna remove the TCE. Sure, he can poke me for some damage, but that's fine. And now I definitely want to end him. I definitely want to end him down to 4 cards instead of 10. Yeah, that seems like a pretty good trade-off. And I can't attack. I really don't want to retreat and lose my energy. I also don't want to play the other Choice Band, so I'll just pass here. If he deals some cheap damage, that's fine, because we can knock him out next turn, and then we also have the knockout on Espeon. Although my opponent might choose not to use Espeon. And maybe finding that last. Yeah, Lapras has Manaphy. However, oh, what do you think about Seal Valley in Lapras? Yeah, Manaphy is a lot better than Seal Valley. Because you don't run DC to power up Seal Valley, you can't attach Aqua Patch to Seal Valley. So I really don't think Seal Valley is good in Lapras. Okay, so my opponent finds a Float Stone, which is not great for us. He might retreat and either attack with Trubbish or confuse us with Espeon. I hope he confuses me. Hello, CLPZL, BHM Break. What do you think about the CGI for London? The CGI could have some potential for sure. It could have some potential. It requires a lot of setup, but perhaps the CGI Zoroark does have enough gas in it to compete. It's actually one of the decks that I really want to test. Okay, now we have 6, 7, 8, yeah, 9 item cards. So it doesn't matter if we play anymore because Gardevoir already knocks us out no matter what. And I'm gonna do this, and I think I'm going to end, even though I give my opponent extra cards. All I want is a Guzma or potentially Field Blower. So we're gonna Blizzard Burn and get another knockout. The games are going good. Lapras is working pretty well so far, honestly. So everything's great. The Hick Bosun, thank you for asking. Do you think the new Garb is 50-50 versus Gardy? I think it's scary, but I do think Gardevoir is still favored. I definitely think Gardevoir is still favored. Maximum 60-40, but I do think it's still favored. And wow, we actually managed to get the Field Blower off of the end to 2. So that was pretty lucky. That was actually pretty lucky. Now, and there's a Lele, so now all we need... Oh no. I was gonna say all we need is a Water Energy, but no. We actually need Water Energy and Choice Band to win. And Guzma. So my opponent has only played one Guzma, so the odds of us sticking the Drampa paralyzed in the active spot are pretty low. So how many psychics has he gone through? Only 2. So I reckon it's better for us to end here, although we don't have any more end, so never mind. Never mind. We don't have any more end. My opponent has both Gardevoirs set up. So I think I go for the Guzma play. I think, oh, there's no Guzma either. Wow. Okay, so we're screwed. Guzma is priced. Guzma is actually priced. So we're definitely gonna lose here. I should have used Instruct, I guess. Oof. Definitely should have used Instruct. But yeah, now we're counting on my opponent not having a Psychic Energy, which odds of that are very, very low. Buzzwole is going to be good. Definitely Buzzwole is going to be good. I'm not sure if Gardevoir is its best pairing, but I do think Buzzwole is going to be really good. And Diego, hello. Is that Diego, the world champion in our stream? Is it really Diego, the world champion in our stream, honoring us right now? I don't know if he has a Twitch or not. A Twitch account or not. And yeah, so we weren't able to keep our item cards in check, so a single psychic wins the game for my opponent. So good game to him. Okay, so it's not Diego, the world champion, but thank you for being here, Diego. And yeah, I'm really excited to try out Buzzwole tomorrow. I think I definitely gonna stream tomorrow a little bit in the afternoon. Not sure at what time, because they always update the game with the new set, and then there's always bugs and stuff like that, and then it takes a while for me to get the cards in the account as well. So I'm not sure. Maybe I'll stream on Saturday, but like the next time I stream, it will definitely be with Crimson Invasion cards. Bats is a reasonable option with Buzzwole. Maybe. I'm actually not sure. I think I like, in my mind, I really like Buzzwole, Lycanroc, Zoroark. So I really like Lycanroc, Zoroark, and then I really like the idea of playing Buzzwole with that as well. Okay, so we have a potentially clean 8-card Lillie. So this is what I can do. I can grab Espeon, and then with the Espeon I can discard that as well, find myself another Lapras so that we have Max Elixir targets, and then we have a clean 8-card Lillie on turn 1, which is the dream, right guys? The dream. Okay, so we get an energy and we just pass. Buzzwole Bats. I don't think bats are reliable enough. I guess with Potown, you could even activate your own Acerola. You also have Super Scoop Up. It's just, the thing is, how do you stop like one Gardevoir that just gets out of hand? I think that's the question that those decks have to keep asking themselves. How do you handle Gardevoir effectively? Should have busted out your best Argentinian accent indeed. Okay, so oof, we don't have a single supporter card. We do have the Ultra Ball, so we're gonna Elixir. Well, strictly speaking, I should be using this first. Okay, so let me think this. I Ultra Ball and then grab Lele for Sycamore, I guess. If I had a supporter, I would have loved to just grab Manaphy, and then the Rescue Stretcher seems useless, and also the Choice Band, although the Choice Band might be important for something. And we're gonna lose the Aqua Patch if we do Sycamore, so it doesn't matter. Oh, that's not a Lele. Okay, so we also first get the supporter out of our deck, that way we're thinning and we're making it a little bit more likely that we hit the energy off of the Max Elixir. And GD, you're asking, why is Mexico very low on events? League Cups, regionals. Yeah, we have one regional per year, and then in theory we have two special events, so essentially three regional level events. Potown doesn't matter, might as well just get rid of it. You can also grab Oranguru. So yeah, why? Simply because the sales for the card game in Mexico do not justify giving us more events. It's that simple. So the tournaments are a way that Pokemon markets their product, right? So if sales were higher in Mexico, like they are in somewhere, for example, Brazil, we would be getting more tournaments. However, the issue with Mexico is we don't have that many sales in terms of buying product from authorized distributors in Mexico. Like, many people buy from distributors in the United States because it's cheaper, but those sales reflect as if they were being sold in the United States, not in Mexico. So low sales in Mexico is the primary reason why we get such a low amount of big events. And then League Cups, it's basically, there's very few tournament organizers who have the authority. And back when they were giving out like league kits left and right super freely, the game was growing because there was a lot of free product going around. But then when the Pokemon company got very strict with the league kits, and like it started popping up that there were a lot of like ghost leagues around the country where people were faking league stuff and making fake Pop IDs and stuff, or player IDs, in order to receive the free product. So when that happened, like all the tournament organizers except for one or two were cancelled, and so there aren't enough tournament organizers to justify giving us more League Cups. So that's a big deal. Yeah, the thing is, Mamako, with Puzzle Bats and Super Scoop Up and Poison Barbs, it could be fun, but I don't think it's going to be competitive if you have a bad Gardevoir matchup, because Gardevoir is here, it's going to be a part of the metagame forever, literally forever, until it rotates. So there's a regional this year, Captain Smack. We don't know when it is. No one knows actually when it will be, but there should be at least one regional for us this year or this season, but nobody knows when it will be. It hasn't been published yet, and I would be very surprised if it's, I wouldn't be surprised rather if it's around the same time as last year's, which was May or June, I think June 10. I am going to Dallas regionals to a list Pyro. I am going to every regionals in the United States and in Canada. So I am going to Dallas. I'm also going to Memphis. I'm going to London. I'm going to San Jose, and everything after that. Jake the Gear Heart, you just joined the stream. You've been learning Spanish over the past 2 years in school. That's awesome. Conjugation is annoying, I know. Like, I know how to do it because it's ingrained in my brain, but I actually couldn't tell you the rules of conjugation just because they are very complicated. But thank you so much for being here, and I really appreciate it that you watch both languages. That's always really cool to hear. And yeah, Captain Smack, there hasn't been any like conclusive information on the regional just yet. We're all super eager to get the information, but there hasn't been any yet. But when there is, I'm sure it'll be all over Hey Fonte and all the Facebook groups and stuff like that. Okay, so my opponent is simply biting for time. As long as we can have back-to-back Lapras to knock out his back-to-back Xerneases, we should be good. Or if at some point we can actually get a knockout on the Lele, we should also be good. So far he only has 1, 2, 3, 4 types. He needs 6 different ones. Okay, now he has 6 in order to get the clean knockout. However, he's gonna also need back-to-back DCEs. And there's already 2 DCEs in the discard pile. I don't know, I know we knocked one out. I don't know how the second one got there. He probably ended up discarding it at some point. But yeah, this should be a match in our favor for sure. I think. And if my opponent whiffs the knockout here, then that's just like it's over for him. It's definitely over. There's a DC, so he's not gonna whiff the knockout. He's actually gonna have the exact knockout. However, he knocks us out, we knock him out. He knocks us out. As long as we can knock that last Xerneas out, we should be good, because he will have no more leftover attackers. The elixir helps him in not needing the TCE. Now any energy is useful for him, but we will bring him down to 4 cards. And after we knock out this Xerneas, an energy on a Guzma also becomes a win condition if for some reason he manages to power up yet another Xerneas. So we should be good. And then the end controls his hand just a little bit. And there's a Guzma. So, well, we still don't have the energy, however. We do not have the energy just yet. So maybe we can get it off of our prize cards. There we go. So now we have the win in our hand if my opponent doesn't end us, which is really, really good. Okay, pull down damage is of course irrelevant. Do you think Dimension Valley is most likely the next banned card in Expanded? Well, we really can't know until San Jose happens. I think that's the only Expanded regional coming up. Or is Dallas expanded? Maybe Dallas is expanded. So it'll depend a lot on how dominant the deck actually is. Like a Dimension Valley deck, how dominant they are in San Jose and in Dallas. So until then, it's probably under watch list. Oh, I don't. Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, oops. I'm missing the Choice Band, but no, I can just knock out the Volcanion, which is weak to water. I thought I misplayed there. So yeah, straightforward-ish win. So yeah, I mean, it's probably under watch list for banned card, for the next banned card. Just, I don't know if it depends on the results of those tournaments, I think. So with this, guys, I'm gonna finish up the Lapras portion of the stream as well as the video on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to leave a like. I will see you guys probably tomorrow, perhaps Monday, but I'm still here, guys, in the live stream. Don't go anywhere, okay?